Hey there, my name is Adrian with Project Ramos, and on this channel I do tech unboxings and tech reviews. So if you're into that type of content, consider subscribing. Today I've got three computer products to unbox here. I've got a Thunderbolt dock, I've got a mini PC, and then also a keyboard case for the 12.9 inch iPad Pro. And if this is the first time watching, my name is Adrian and I am a tech enthusiast, and I love everything involved in tech, and I love to unbox brand new tech here on Amazon Live. So if you're into that type of content, consider following me here on Amazon. That way you get notified when I do go live in app. And also, if you're watching the recorded version on Facebook or YouTube, there's going to be a link to my Amazon shop page in the description. I encourage you to click on that link, head over to Amazon and follow me there. That way you do get notified when I do go live with another unboxing. I've got a ton of products that I still have to unbox and a ton of products coming in that I'm going to be unboxing shortly. But today, we're going to be taking a look at these three items. And another reason that you get the best viewing experience on Amazon is that you're going to be able to shop all the products in the carousel on Amazon as we're talking about them. So you could we could interact in the chat room there if you have any questions on any of the stuff that I unboxed here on Amazon. All right, folks, let's see here. I'm just getting my chat room set up here before we get started, and looks like everything is working as expected here. Okay, so we are going to get started with the keyboard for the 12.9 inch iPad Pro. So I'm going to set these to the side for a second here. And what caught my attention on this one, by the way, if you are watching right now on Amazon, the product is already highlighted in the carousel. The Magic Keyboard that Apple sells for the iPad 12.9 inch iPad Pro is it's expensive. It's a really good keyboard. I have it, but it is expensive. And this one is a cheaper option. And what caught my attention is that it features the same type of design. As a matter of fact, if you didn't know that this was not an Apple branded keyboard case, you would really have to look closely to know that it's not. So I do have my iPad Pro here. It's currently controlling my video switcher, but we're going to be able to quickly see how it looks in this keyboard case here. So let's go ahead and get this guy opened up and see what it looks like and see what comes in the box here. So let's go ahead and take a look here. And as I said, aside from this keyboard case, I've got a mini PC and a Thunderbolt dock that we're going to be unboxing right after this. So let's go ahead and switch over to our overhead cam here. All right. So, looks like a little quality control card there. Before we take a look, oh, no accessories, nothing. It is just the keyboard case. All right, so let's get this guy unwrapped here so we can take a look and see what we get. All right, here it is here. Color-wise, it's very similar to the Apple Magic Keyboard. Okay, so inside you do get, looks like it's going to be an instruction or a user's manual. So it does come with a user's manual. And the keyboard itself is very similar to the Apple Magic Keyboard. As a matter of fact, I have it here, so I'm just going to grab that real quick. So here's the Magic Keyboard on this side here, and you could tell as far as the size goes, it's very similar. The one we just unboxed is just a little bit bigger, but it's very similar. And as far as the viewing angle on how it's going to hold the iPad, it's identical. This thing looks very, very close to the Apple Magic Keyboard. Now, one thing to note here is the fact that the Apple branded one does have these pogo pins, so it does connect via these pogo pins onto the iPad, whereas this one does not. the one that we just unboxed does not. So this keyboard is going to connect via Bluetooth, and there is a power button here on the side, and then a light, or looks like a USB Type-C charging connector on this side here. So this is a Bluetooth keyboard, whereas the Apple branded one connects through the integrated pogo pins right there. So just a real quick note there. But as far as the design goes, this thing is identical to the Apple Magic Keyboard. It's a little bit heavier, not much, but just a little bit. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab my iPad here. And it should magnetically grab onto this keyboard case. And it looks like, let's see, is it grabbing? Yeah, grabbed on. There it is there. It's a little bit of a weird fit. Yeah, it's not grabbing on very sturdy. Huh. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to have to see what the deal is with that. The magnets don't seem to be very strong, so that might be a con against this keyboard case. But it is grabbing onto it, so yeah, it's not very secure. This thing pulls off too easy for my liking. Yeah, I'm not going to... Yeah, not liking that there. Pulls off a little too easy. Just for comparison, as you can see, like I can just lightly grab it and tear it away from the keyboard. That I'm not liking. Let me grab the Apple one so you can see the difference. So here is the Apple branded one. So let me switch over to that one. And you can see how this one just really grabs on. Matter of fact, you can hear it just snap into place. Whereas this one, yeah, those magnets are not very strong. Well, I'm going to be testing this product out, and I'll be uploading my final thoughts and full review on this keyboard case on my Amazon page once I'm done checking this out. But so far, first impressions, the design of it, very similar to the Apple Magic Keyboard. I was liking everything about it except for the magnets. They don't seem to be very strong here. So that is something I'm not liking about this, being that the 12.9 inch iPad Pro is an expensive piece of gear. And if this keyboard case is not going to be able to hang on to it securely, then it's going to be a no-go for me. But I'm still going to test it out and upload my final thoughts on my Amazon page. All right, folks, we're going to move on to the next product here. And the next product is a Thunderbolt 3 dock. And when it comes to docks, you know, when it comes to docks, there's a ton of them out there. And there's a ton of different designs and shapes, sizes, everything. You know, and what caught my attention on this one in particular is two things. Number one, it's Thunderbolt 3. So the bandwidth throughput on this is, you know, it has a really good bandwidth, so you're going to get full speed out of all of the ports out of this device. But what really stood out to me was the design. It looks like the Mac Pros, the what they call the cheese grater Mac Pros. And so that really, I thought that design was really unique. I liked it. So I just wanted to bring it in to test it out. First of all, as a Thunderbolt 3 dock, but also I want to see how this this design looks here. So let's go ahead and get this guy unboxed and take a look at it. And here's the unit here, but before we take a look at that, let's see what accessories come with this unit. So we've got the AC power supply here, and that is a 65 watt power supply. Okay, got the little holding unit for the dock there. A user's manual. Looks like a 2 users manual. Then we also get a braided USB-C to USB-C cable here. So you can use this to be able to plug this to your computer and then onto the hub itself. It's nylon braided, and I would assume that this is Thunderbolt 3 at least, being that the hub or dock is Thunderbolt 3. All right, so now that we've got the accessories out of the way, let's take a look at the unit. And here it is here, and the unit is made out of, feels like aluminum, and it does power delivery at 60 watts. So if you do plug in your laptop into this, it will be able to charge a laptop. So here's the front of the unit. You've got a headphone jack there. It looks like an LED indicator light there, a SD card slot reader, and a mini or micro SD card slot reader, 2 USB Type-C ports here, and then we've got 4 USB Type-A ports. Looks like the first 3 are the 3.0. I'm not sure which. Let me see if it shows on the box. I think they might be 3.1s. Let's see. The USB Type-A's are 3.0s. And then the USB Type-C's are 3.1s. So, yeah. Pretty good speed there. And then on the back side here, we've got the DisplayPort connection here. We've got the USB Type-C host connection here. So this is the one that goes to your computer. Another USB Type-C Thunderbolt connection there. Another USB Type-A. This one shows that it does 480 megabytes a second. And then we've got an optical audio connection here. A Ethernet port there. I'm assuming that's going to be gigabit. Let me take a look here real quick. The Ethernet port is dimensions. RJ, it doesn't show what that is, but oh, there it is there. Yeah, it is a gigabit Ethernet port. And then the DC connection for the power. And as I said, it has that Mac Pro cheese grater design, which I think is pretty cool. So this thing is made to be able to sit on your desk like this, you know, using this little adapter piece right here. That way it doesn't tip over easy. So there it is there. And also I just noticed it has these little cutouts here. So you can, there's some screws underneath there, but I suppose you can also use that to be able to put some screws to be able to also hold it as well. I don't think that it's meant for that, but being that they're there, that's another way to be able to secure this this dock. So overall, I think it's a pretty good piece of equipment here. I'm going to be testing out all the ports to see if they do perform at the speeds that are stated here. But being that it's a Thunderbolt 3 dock, I expect no issues with those ports. But nonetheless, I'm going to be testing those out, and then I'll upload my full review on this unit. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the chat room and we can discuss. Otherwise, we're going to be moving on here to our next product. So I'm just going to move this to the side here and grab the next product. And this next product is a mini PC. And personally, I use these mini PCs as just little servers to be able to do different tasks. For instance, I have one running right now that allows me to overlay anything that shows up in the chat room on the screen right here. And then also I have another mini PC that is my Plex server, and I've got a bunch of movies and music on there. And so whenever I want to access those movies or music, I can do that at any point, being that that mini PC is always turned on. One of the other advantages that you have with the mini PC is the fact that they don't draw a lot of power. So leaving those turned on isn't going to, draw a lot of power and affect your utility bill. So I have a couple of those running. I wanted to bring in a few more to set these up for several other things that I want to do. I want to build a little file server. But aside from all that, another thing that I find is the majority of people only need a computer really to be able to go on YouTube, watch some videos, check email, go on websites. The majority of people aren't really doing video editing or photo editing where you need a really good high performance computer for that. So these mini PCs are great for those type of tasks. Or if you're doing just general, schoolwork like, word processing, that type of thing. A mini PC is plenty of power for those type of tasks. So I wanted to bring this in. Personally, I'm going to be probably setting this one up as a file server. And but I first want to test it out and see what kind of performance comes out of this. Now, the item is now highlighted in the carousel, so you could check it out. And the other thing that I like about these mini PCs is that they're low cost. So, and being that the form factor that they come in, they sell on Amazon adapters where you can put these little mini PCs behind your monitor, so you can get these out of the way where you won't even see it. And then if you use a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse, you're essentially wireless. So you've just got your monitor with the mini PC mounted on the back, and your keyboard and mouse on your desk via Bluetooth, and that's it. All right, so here's what we got in the box. We've got the user's manual. Here's the AC adapter. It does come with a HDMI cord. That way you can plug in your monitor. And then it comes with a bracket here. And that's probably to be able to mount it onto either the bottom of your desk or even behind your monitor. And then comes with the screws to be able to fasten this bracket. All right, so that is it for the accessories. Now let's take a look at the actual PC. This one in particular, I believe, has a Celeron, Intel Celeron processor. Let me take a look here. Yeah, so it's got a 512 gig SSD internal drive, 16 gigs of RAM. It does come preloaded with Windows 11 Pro. Does have Wi-Fi. It can support a 4K monitor at 60 hertz, and it also has Bluetooth, Ethernet, gigabit Ethernet, and as I said, an 11th generation Intel Celeron processor. So it's a pretty good, as far as power goes, it's pretty good for, as what I was saying, general tasks. It should be able to also handle some photo editing. Video editing, that's probably where it's not going to do very well on that. So here's the unit itself. All around the unit is the heat sink where the heat will dissipate. And then as far as the ports go, let's start at the front of the unit, which is this right here. It looks like this is a light bar here, so when it is on, this should illuminate. On this end right here, we have 3 USB Type A ports, as well as the power on and off switch. These look to be USB probably 3.0s, and maybe this one's a 2.0. On the back, we've got the DC connection here, another USB Type A charging port, or I'm sorry, not charging port, but USB Type A port. And this one says it's USB 4. Oh, it's USB port number 4. And then you've got 2 HDMI outs here. So if you wanted to run dual monitors, you can do that with this unit. And then you've got the gigabit Ethernet port there, a microphone slash headphone jack here. This, I'm not sure what this is. I'm going to have to check that out. And then you have that security piece here, so you can secure that onto your desk if you wanted to. You also have a VGA port on this side. And that is it for the ports on the side. On the bottom of the unit, looks like it does have probably a fan installed right here. That way it can dissipate heat. And then also on the bottom, you get these little rubber feet. So if you are going to put this on your desktop, it's going to be able to grab onto your desktop and not slide around. All right, so overall, the unit looks really nice. So if you are going to have this unit sitting on your desktop, it looks nice. It's a silver color. The brand is kind of metallic silver there. Looks really nice. So this wouldn't be an eyesore on your desk if you wanted to leave this on your desk. And as I said, it's very compact, so if you really wanted to, you can also mount this to the back of your monitor. That way you don't see it, and then you get all the wires and everything tucked and hidden away behind your monitor. And as I said, you know, these mini PCs can they're pretty powerful. I'm currently using one as a Plex server, and it's running I think it's running a Celeron processor, and it's able to transcode video over Ethernet with no issues. So, you know, if you need a computer for general computing, where you're not going to be doing video editing, this is a pretty good piece of equipment here. So I'm going to be testing this out, and then once I get a chance to play around with it and see what it can and can't do, then I'll be uploading my full review on Amazon. And I'm going to hang out here for a few more seconds. If you're new here, and this is the first time you're watching me here on Amazon, my name is Adrian. I'm a tech enthusiast, and I love everything tech, everything from computers to photography, videography, mobile, audio, and I unbox new tech here on Amazon. I love to bring in tech that is either useful or unique, or both useful and unique. And also, I've got a ton of stuff I still need to unbox, so I'm going to be going live you know, for several days here, and I've got a ton of stuff still coming in from Amazon. Coming up is going to be some photography accessories. I've got a softbox, I've got some stands, I've got some RGB wands that I'm going to be unboxing, and then let's see here, so just a ton of stuff coming up, a ton of stuff. So I encourage you to follow me here on Amazon. That way you get notified in-app when I do go live with another unboxing. And I don't see any questions rolling in, so with that being said, I am going to go ahead and sign off. I hope you guys follow me here on Amazon. That way we can connect again with another unboxing, and I hope to see you guys on the next live. Adios.